The first fire falls. It began in the outer colonies, distant worlds lit by blue suns, where human farmers tilled alien soil and children learned under skies filled with twin moons. That peace was shattered when the Vayari Dominion arrived. Their ships, obsidian wedges streaked with red, descended without warning. They did not declare war. They did not ask for surrender. They came with laughter on their tongues and death in their weapons. Colonies burned. Outposts vaporized. Millions screamed as orbital bombardments carved entire continents into glass. The Vayari admiral broadcast the slaughter across open channels, declaring, "The apespawn of Earth are weak. Their colonies will be our pastures. Their children our slaves." Their soldiers marched across the ruins, dragging survivors into pens. Cameras recorded their cruelty. Families split, elders executed, and whole settlements mocked before being immolated. The galaxy watched, and most believed the same lie, that humanity would endure the humiliation in silence. Arrogance of the conquerors. In the Vayari high halls, the conquest was celebrated. Their leaders feasted on rare meats and jeweled wines, boasting of how swiftly human colonies fell. To them, Earth was a soft world, a species of poets and merchants, fragile idealists hiding behind treaties and diplomacy. The Dominion saw no armies, only scattered fleets. No empires, only fractured councils. Alien commentators across the galaxy joined the mockery. On broadcast channels, they debated how quickly humanity would collapse. Some said weeks, others days. One alien scholar laughed openly. "Humans, they lack fangs, they lack claws, they lack the courage of true predators. Their spirit is soft. Their colonies were playgrounds, nothing more." The footage of burning settlements was replayed as entertainment. Crowds cheered as human screams echoed through foreign halls. The Vayari were certain Earth would do nothing. The galaxy was certain Earth could do nothing. But the galaxy had forgotten Earth's history. Whispers in the silence. For days, humanity said nothing. No official response, no declaration of war. Only silence. The Dominion took this as confirmation of weakness. More colonies were attacked, more civilians slaughtered. Yet within the silence something stirred. In the shadowed depths of Earth's orbital yards, massive hangar doors rumbled open. On the dark side of Luna, black silhouettes shifted, giant hulls waking from centuries of dormancy. The old war machines of Earth, hidden and sealed after humanity swore never to wield them again, were awakening. They had a name whispered in Earth's militaries, a name almost myth. The Dragon Fleet. Forged in the fires of the resource wars, designed when humanity prepared for extinction. Vast dreadnoughts clad in dragon-scale armor, bristling with weapons forbidden by treaties older than the colonies themselves. They were not fleets of defense, they were fleets of vengeance. The breaking of the silence. The galaxy's first warning came as a simple transmission, cold, unadorned, broadcast across every star system the Dominion controlled. It read only, "You touched Earth, now burn." Then came the silence breaking. At Sol's edge, warp gates tore apart as dragons of steel emerged. Hulls kilometers long, their armor shimmered with heat absorption plating, glowing faintly like scales under sunlight. Each vessel bore names carved in ancient tongues: Leviathan, Bahamut, Shenlong, Yermangander. Their prows opened like maws, revealing siege cannons capable of sundering moons. Thousands of escort ships swarmed around them, smaller only by comparison but deadly enough to slaughter fleets. Every human system lit up as fleets mobilized, faster than the galaxy believed possible. Factories thundered, colonies armed, veterans recalled. Humanity's war drums did not beat, they roared like avalanches. The galaxy, once mocking, now fell silent. The first retaliation. The Dominion's fleet orbiting Carthos Prime was the first to meet the Dragon fleet. The Vayari admiral laughed when sensors reported human dreadnoughts inbound. He expected fragile cruisers, outdated corvettes. Instead, the sun itself vanished. One by one, massive shadows eclipsed the starlight. Carthos's skies filled with leviathans of war. Then the dragons breathed. Plasma lances cut through Dominion capital ships like parchment. Singularity torpedoes tore apart space, collapsing enemy squadrons into burning implosions. Entire fleets disappeared in seconds, consumed by fire and gravity. The ground invasion below was not spared. Drop pods thundered down, not filled with fragile colonists, but with human marines clad in exo armor. They moved like storms, crushing Dominion soldiers, tearing down banners and freeing captives. The survivors whispered in disbelief. They came back for us. The wrath across the stars. What followed was not a war, it was an extermination. The Dragon fleet advanced with precision, annihilating Dominion outposts system by system. Each battle was the same, alien arrogance breaking beneath human fire. The dragons did not pause. They did not negotiate. They struck like predators unleashed from millennia of chains. On Naora Station, 500 Dominion ships awaited. Within minutes, half were vaporized, the rest fleeing as the station's core was ignited into a miniature star. On Hathro's VII, human forces stormed the garrisons, freeing enslaved colonists and executing Dominion generals in the plazas where they once gave speeches. On Kelthar's Rift, Dominion reinforcements tried to ambush the fleet. They were met with Earth's old terror, the Helios cannon. A single shot vaporized an entire armada, leaving behind nothing but drifting slag. The galaxy watched in horror as dragons burned across the heavens. Where once there had been laughter, now there was dread. The collapse of the Dominion. Within weeks, the Dominion's pride had become ash. Their supply lines were shattered. Their colonies revolted as human forces armed the enslaved. Their admirals abandoned posts, fleeing into the dark. The Dragon fleet did not merely win, they broke the Dominion's spine. At last, the Vayari High Hall trembled as human dreadnoughts descended over their homeworld. The great cities that once boasted of conquest were reduced to ruins under orbital fire. A final broadcast was transmitted to every corner of the galaxy. The human commander appeared on screen, cold, armored, his face lit by the glow of burning worlds behind him. His words were simple. This is the price of touching Earth. Remember it. Silence after fire. And then silence returned. The Dragon fleet did not conquer. They did not stay. They left ruins smoldering behind them, colonies restored to survivors, and the Dominion shattered into memory. In the taverns of alien worlds, whispers spread like plague. The humans are not weak. They are not soft. They are the dragons we thought dead. The galaxy now understood. Humanity's patience was vast, but their vengeance, when unleashed, was infinite. The eternal warning. Generations later, alien children still whispered the tale by firelight. Never strike the humans. Never touch their worlds. Never awaken the dragons sleeping beneath Earth's silence. For those who forgot, ruins across the Dominion's fallen core still burned, a graveyard of arrogance. The last survivors of the Vayari wrote their final words into stone. We thought them prey, But when they rose, we saw only dragons. And across the stars, the lesson endured. Never provoke Earth again.